fried chicken. Crunchy on the outside, well cooked on the inside. People think this is harder to make than it actually is. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to get perfect fried chicken at home. So our fried chicken starts with a whole chicken. I'm gonna cut this down into 10 pieces. Separate the leg, pop it out, cut around the oyster. Knife goes underneath the joint. One leg, cut off the wings, cut out the wishbone. Might break, so just be a bit careful. Now down one side of the breastbone, chicken breast. The carcass we can set aside for stock. So I have my chicken here in 6 pieces, but I want to have 10 pieces. One drumstick, one thigh, and lastly just split our breasts in half. And so that's a chicken cut down into 10 pieces. So one of the key steps to really great fried chicken is brining the chicken for a few hours, probably minimum 4, up to probably 12. If you go longer than 12 hours, the chicken's gonna get too salty. What a brine does, it adds moisture into the chicken, adds flavorful moisture, in fact, into the chicken. What that's gonna do is make our chicken juicier, ensure that the chicken doesn't dry out. Not a lot of work, big difference in flavor. If you're gonna make fried chicken, highly suggest that you brine it beforehand. Let's create our brine. Into a whole bunch of water, about 3 liters. I'm gonna add in a bunch of halved lemons. Lemons and chicken go really, really well together. Some bay leaf, flat leaf parsley, thyme, some honey, a head of garlic that I've cut in half, some black peppercorns, and some salt. We're gonna bring this up to a simmer. I'm gonna let it boil for about a minute so that the salt and the sugars all dissolve into the brine. The salt and sugar are completely dissolved. I need to let this cool down because if I put my chicken in here, it's just gonna start to cook. So our brine has cooled down completely. Add my 10-piece whole chicken. And this is going in the refrigerator. So our chicken has been in here for a few hours. I'm gonna take the chicken out and let it come to room temperature. So one of the absolute greatest things about fried chicken is that you can make the breading however you like it. If you like certain spices, if you like it to be spicy, if you can make the breading however you want. I'm gonna make a pretty traditional breading, but do whatever you want here. All-purpose flour, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, salt, and fresh pepper. That's our coating done. So where I live, it's a little hard, it's not a little hard, it's very hard to find buttermilk. So we're gonna have to improvise. Buttermilk is basically really, really acidic. If you've ever tasted it, it's really disgusting. Luckily, we can recreate it with some milk and some lemon juice. Yogurt, well, works in a pinch as well. So add some whole milk, squeeze in some lemon juice. That's the buttermilk problem solved. So the dark meat is gonna take the longest to cook, so I'm gonna bread these first. Breading for fried chicken, or really anything in general, is really, really quite easy. We're gonna go into our flour mixture, into our buttermilk, and then back into our frying mixture. Take a leg, and then lay it on my sheet. It's time to fry. Add some oil, then I'm gonna heat this to 320 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's just about there. I'm gonna add in the chicken thighs first. The second one, but these are gonna cook for 11 or 12 minutes. And after a few minutes, just give them a turn. Check our oil temperature to make sure it's stayed about the same. A little too hot. Just gonna turn it down a bit. A few more minutes on the chicken thighs. I'm gonna take them out. Then I'm gonna add my drumsticks. Okay, our drumsticks are done. For the white meat, I'm gonna up the heat just a little bit. Want this to come up to about 340. Okay, that's getting pretty close. Add my breast meat. A little bit of salt. So after just a little bit of work, we've got 8 pieces. The wings didn't make it, I ran out of batter, but we've got our dark meat, so we've got our 2 drumsticks and 2 thighs, And then we've got our white meat that have been halved, or really quartered, I guess. You can see the white meat, just how juicy it is. That's a result of the brining. I think it's time to give this a try. That's super delicious. It's salty from the brine, not too salty. The breading was really simple and really, really delicious. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you get a chance to make the perfect fried chicken at home. See you next time. This is so good. I just don't want to stop eating this.